Hey, what's happening, guys? So as per Luke Edwards of The Telegraph, Nottingham Forest are closing in on the signing of Jonjo Shelvey. And I have to say, this one's come out of absolutely bloody nowhere. In fact, I forgot the bloke even existed until I read up about this potential move. He'll be arriving on a 2.5-year deal as opposed to a 6-month loan, which may come as a surprise to some people, namely me. Newcastle themselves are looking to bring in a central midfielder as a replacement for Shelvey, but are ready to let him leave regardless of the outcome of that search. So this one should be official pretty soon. In case you're unaware, Shelvey played a big part in Newcastle's relegation battles under Rafa Benitez, Steve Bruce, and Eddie Howe, so brings a wealth of experience with him when it comes to beating the drop. It's been reported he informed Eddie Howe he wanted a new challenge away from St. James's Park, which makes complete sense as he was never going to be a regular starter ahead of the brilliant Bruno Guimaraes. While he may be out of favour now, it's easy to forget that Shelvey helped kickstart Newcastle's resurgence last season as a number 6 in Howe's 4-3-3 formation, and I suspect he'll depart Tyneside with the blessing of Newcastle supporters for his 7 years of service to the club. Unfortunately, Shelvey's career has been blighted by the fact that he hasn't lived up to the lofty expectations placed upon his shoulders after becoming Charlton's youngest ever player and goalscorer and sealing a move to Liverpool in 2010. And for me, that's completely okay, because not every talented teenager will go on to become a world beater. In fact, many find themselves playing in obscure leagues around the globe or in the lower divisions of English football. Yet this man has carved out a very respectable top-flight career and deserves more credit than he receives for it. There's no getting away from the fact that he's done stupid shit both as a player, which has seen him sent off for wild challenges and dissent, as well as a human being, when he used racially abusive language towards Roman Saiz, which, needless to say, is completely fucking unacceptable. But he's paid his price and doesn't need to be chastised any further for it. You'll often find he's the victim of Voldemort memes, but I reckon that stopped being funny about a decade ago. So if you're one of those pricks who partake in that sort of shit banter, please stop. Now moving on to the most important bit, which is what Shelvey will offer on the pitch. He's a cultured, technically proficient, and combative central midfielder with a passing range and vision as good as anyone in world football. However, his language style, coupled with an inability to cover much ground, makes him a luxury player at best and a complete liability at worst when backs are against the wall. He's received pelters over the years for attempting too many Hollywood passes and losing possession, but that's a part of his game which has become far more disciplined with age. And I believe he's even got the ability to dictate the pace of the game in his newfound deep-lying playmaker role sitting in front of the back four. It's obviously great to have workhorses with mobility in the center of the park when you're up against it, two things which Shelvey sorely lacks, but it's just as important not to neglect creativity completely either, something Shelvey has in abundance. From the games I've watched of Forest this season, there are occasions when it appears that having someone who can quickly turn defense into attack would be beneficial, and that's where Jonjo comes in. Furthermore, as I'm sure you're all aware, the guy has a habit of scoring some absolute worldies every now and again, which is a useful weapon to have against compact defensive lines that are very difficult to break down. Overall, this is a slightly left field signing and one that I don't expect to make a massive impact, but can also see why Cooper might feel he'll be bringing with him a unique skill set which is otherwise absent from the squad. It should be noted that Shelvey missed large chunks of this season due to a hamstring injury, and much of the last one because of a calf issue, although does appear to be closing in on full fitness now. By all accounts, he's worked hard on his physique during his time away from the pitch, so let's see if it makes a notable difference to his performance levels. Please do give this video a like if you found it useful, and let me know your own thoughts down below. I'll be doing videos on Keylor Navas as well as Felipe, so make sure to stay tuned for those. Take care and enjoy the start of your week, folks. Peace.